Hey, what's up guys? This is Troy here and I'm still in beautiful Dubrovnik, Croatia. Today I'm gonna visit an island very close to Dubrovnik, about 500 meters away, and it's called Lokrum Island. So Lokrum Island is famous for a few things: a monastery, a small salt lake, and a fortress. So today I'm gonna take you guys along with me and show you what Lokrum Island looks like right now. Alright, let's go! Okay, I just arrived at the port in the Old Town that takes you to Lokrum Island. Since I purchased a 7-day Dubrovnik card, the round-trip boat ride to the island is only 70 kunas or about $11, and this represents a 30% discount from the regular price of 100 kunas. Alright, so we're pulling away from the pier right on time. As I mentioned before, the closest distance from Dubrovnik Old Town to Lokrum Island is only about 500 meters. So the boat ride's gonna be like 10 minutes. Now, as you can see, the weather here is excellent today, about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm really excited to explore Lokrum Island with you guys. Okay, we're approaching the pier at Lokrum Island. Let's go! The first impression about Lokrum Island is that it is extremely green with a lot of trees. There are different pathways on the island that leads to different sites. The first place we're going to go visit is the Monastery Complex, which is very close to the pier. Alright, we have arrived at the Monastery Complex, and it is much bigger than I expected. It is actually divided into 3 areas. According to records, this monastery was built sometime around 1000 AD. Yes, I realize I'm in Europe, but this is still mind-blowing. The monastery complex actually has a room dedicated to the TV show Game of Thrones. If you didn't know, parts of Game of Thrones were filmed in Dubrovnik and on Lokrum Island. In fact, there is a replica of the Iron Throne here. While walking around the corridor outside the Game of Thrones room, I do feel like I'm actually in the movie set. Alright, our next stop is the fort on Lokrum Island called Fort Royal. As expected, it is located on a hilltop, so we have a fairly steep climb up to get to the fort. Alright, we arrived at Fort Royal. Just a little bit of history: the building of the fort on the highest peak of Lokrum was initiated by the French army after the occupation of Dubrovnik in 1806. And it was completed during the Austrian administration around 1835. Now I'm going to go inside the fort and up to the top, which we should be able to have a great view of the Dubrovnik area and the sea. As expected, the view up here is just out of this world. It looks like I'm the only one in Fort Royal right now, and that's an advantage of being able to travel during the pandemic. There still aren't a lot of tourists, so you do get a lot of cool places to yourself. If you have the funds and the time to travel, I highly recommend coming to Europe right now in May and June, before the influx of tourists in July and August. Okay, our next stop is the Lazaret. As we approach inside the Lazaret, it doesn't seem like there's anything here, because it is not a completed structure. The Lazaret complex was erected between 1534 and 1557 under the order of the Senate of the Dubrovnik Republic for protection against infectious diseases. So essentially, it is supposed to be a quarantine hospital before traders and sailors end up in Dubrovnik town, and this is fitting for the times we're currently in right now. The Lazaret was never completed since the Republic gave up on the construction at the end of the 16th century for strategic reasons. A part of the Lazaret was torn down under the Senate's order in 1647, and its stones were used to fortify the town walls. Coming down from the Lazaret, I found a really cool spot by the sea. The water here is just crystal clear. Apparently, this is a spot where Richard the Lionheart, yeah, that King of England, came ashore at Lokrum Island after a shipwreck during his return to England from the Crusades in 1192. Okay, now I'm going to head over to the last spot of the day, which is the Dead Sea. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it is a small salt lake in Lokrum Island. This 10-meter deep lake is crystal clear and calm, and it's perfectly suitable for swimming. The Dead Sea was created over millions of years when the ground beneath the island was intensely tectonically disturbed and gradually widened by karstification and erosional activity of the sea. The resulting erosional depression was swallowed up by seawater to form a little salt-filled lake linked to the open sea. Alright guys, so I had an amazing day here in Lokrum Island near Dubrovnik, Croatia. It is simply beautiful here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be heading over to Split in a few days, so I'll see you guys over there. Peace out.